I have $50 million in a bank account. I sit in a dirty trailer by the river. My brother is dead because of me. My wife is a ghost who took half. The money is a poison. It eats everything it touches. I am 80 years old. I have no one left to call. This is the truth. I am a ghost. I was a man once. I had a name. My name was Arthur. I worked the steel mills in Ohio. My hands were always black. The soot lived under my nails. My back felt like a fire. Every day was a hard climb. But I had a home. I had a blue house. The porch creaked under my boots. Sarah was always in the kitchen. She smelled like cinnamon and coffee. She was my light. We had a small life. We had a proud life. We ate meat on Sundays. We saved for a new truck. We were happy in the dirt. We did not know it then. We thought we were poor. We thought we were trapped. I was a fool. A man with a wife is rich. A man with a brother is a king. Mark lived down the road. He was my younger brother. We fished the creek every Saturday. We drank cold beer. We laughed at the world. We were whole. The change happened on a Tuesday. It was a hot July day. The air was thick like soup. I stopped at Joe's for a pack. I bought a lottery ticket. It was a stray thought. I had $2 extra. I put the ticket in my pocket. I forgot it was there. I worked my shift at the mill. I came home and ate stew. I saw the numbers on the screen. The balls rolled into place. My life ended right then. I did not feel the pain yet. I felt a rush of heat. My heart hit my ribs. I screamed for Sarah. We danced on the rug. We thought the sky had opened. We thought God had smiled. He was not smiling. He was turning away. The money came in a flood. It was $50 million. It is a number you cannot feel. It is too big for a head. We went to the city. We signed the tall papers. The cameras flashed in my eyes. I looked like a winner. I felt like a giant. We bought the mansion in Greenwich. It had 12 bathrooms. It had an iron gate. It had a stone wall. We moved in on a Friday. The house was cold. It was very quiet. The air did not move. There was no smell of coffee. There was only the smell of wax. I missed my old porch. I missed the creak of the wood. But I had the money. I had the power. Then the phone started to ring. They did not stop for years. Every person I ever knew called. They all had a story. They all had a hole. My cousin needed a new heart. My friend needed a new store. A man from school had a debt. I gave the money away. I wrote checks every morning. I felt like a hero. I was a god to them. But the stories never ended. The holes got deeper. They stopped saying thank you. They started saying it was not enough. They looked at me with hunger. I was not a friend anymore. I was an ATM. I was a walking pile of gold. I saw the greed in their eyes. It was a sick yellow light. It made me want to hide. I built a higher wall. I bought dogs with big teeth. I hired men in suits. They stood by the door. They watched the windows. I was a prisoner in gold. Sarah changed too. She stopped wearing her old cotton. She wore silk that hissed. She bought bags that cost a car. She went to doctors for her face. She looked like a plastic doll. Her eyes were empty. She stayed in her wing of the house. We did not speak. We sent messages through the staff. The cinnamon smell was gone. The love was a dead thing. It was buried under the marble. We were two ghosts in a tomb. Mark came to see me. He looked tired. He worked the mill still. He asked for $1 million. He wanted to buy the mill. He wanted to save the jobs. I looked at him. I saw the yellow light. I thought he was a vulture. I told him no. I said he was lazy. I said he was a beggar. He looked at me with tears. He said I was a stranger. He said the money ate my heart. He walked out the gate. I watched him on the screen. I did not go after him. I sat in my leather chair. I drank the expensive scotch. It tasted like ash. I hated him for asking. I hated myself for saying no. 1 month later, the call came. It was a voice like gravel. They had Mark. They wanted $5 million. They said they would kill him. I did not call the law. I was afraid of the news. I was afraid of the mess. I waited to think. I waited to plan. I was too careful. I was too slow. I went to the drop spot. I had the bags of cash. I sat in the dark woods. I waited for 4 hours. No one came. I went home and prayed. They found him in a creek. He was blue and cold. He was my little brother. He died because I had money. He died because I was a coward. I stood at the grave. My mother spit on my shoes. She said I was a killer. She was right. The ticket was the knife. Sarah left that winter. She did not cry. She had a lawyer with a briefcase. He had a long list of sins. He had photos of my bottles. He had records of my pills. She wanted 30 million. She wanted the mansion. She wanted the cars. I gave it all to her. I wanted her gone. I wanted to be alone. I moved to a hotel. I sat in the big window. I watched the people below. They looked like ants. I felt like a giant again. I started the white powder. It made the room bright. It made the guilt go away. It made March stay in the creek. I spent $1 million on the powder. I spent $1 million on the girls. They said they loved me. They said I was handsome. They lied for a living. I lied to myself. I went to Vegas for the end. I lived in a suite of gold. I played the high tables. I lost $1 million in a night. I did not care. The money was a burden. I wanted it to leave me. I wanted to be light again. I wanted to be Arthur from the mill, but the mill was closed. The house was sold. The porch was gone. I was a man with no home. I woke up in a jail cell. I had hit a waiter. I had no shoes. My feet were black. I looked at my hands. They were not oily anymore. They were shaking. I had $5,000 left. That was all. The 50 million was a vapor. It had gone into the air. It had gone into the veins. It had gone into the lawyers. I walked out of the jail. The sun was too bright. The world was too loud. I bought this trailer. It is old and thin. It sits by the water. The river is the only friend I have. It does not ask for a check. It does not care about my name. I sit on a plastic chair. I watch the birds. I have a small stove. I make coffee in a pot. It does not smell like Sarah. It smells like nothing. My body is a wreck. My lungs are full of holes. The doctor says I have a month. He wants to do a test. I told him no. I am tired of the machines. I am tired of the noise. I am ready for the quiet. I found the letter last week. It was in my old wool coat. Mark wrote it a long time ago. It was before the ticket. He said he was proud of me. He said I was the best brother. He said he would always be there. I read it every hour. I hold it against my chest. It is the only thing I have. It is worth more than 50 million. I would burn every cent to see him. I would walk through fire to hear his laugh, but he is in the dirt. And I am in the dark. The money took my life. It took my soul. It left me with a pile of ash. Listen to me now. You are looking at your screen. You are dreaming of a win. You think your life is hard. You think you need the gold. You are wrong. You are so very wrong. Look at your wife. She is a treasure. Look at your brother. He is a king. Look at your small house. It is a palace. Do not ask for more. Do not wish for the win. The win is a trap. It is a slow death. It will turn your friends to dogs. It will turn your home to stone. It will leave you in a trailer. It will leave you with a letter from a dead man. Fix your life today. Go to your brother. Tell him you love him. Tell him right now. Do not wait for a Tuesday. Do not wait for a ticket. The ticket is a lie. The money is a ghost. You have everything you need. You have the air in your lungs. You have the love in your heart. That is the only wealth. That is the only truth. I am a dying man. I am a broke man. I am a lonely man. I have $50 million and I have nothing. Do not follow me. Run the other way. Run to your life. Stay poor. Stay happy. Stay alive. The sun is going down now. The river is getting dark. I am going to close my eyes. I am going to see Mark. I hope he forgives me. I hope the money is gone there. Goodbye. I am finally finished.